beat the chickens up this morning. Today, I'm gonna get on a plane and go to Oklahoma. Before I do, and feed the animals. Oh, forgot masks. It's like as soon as I leave the farm and enter civilization, it reminds me that this whole COVID thing's going on now. You guys have masks? Yeah. Wow, that was really nice of them. Just got a free mask. Wow, that was the closest in proximity I've been around people in a really long time. Whew. I'm heading off to the appointment for the software gig I have, and then after that I have an extra night here just for myself to just get away from the farm and relax for a little bit. Kind of what I want to do when I'm here too is figure out what I'm trying to do with this whole YouTube thing. I've been at it for, it's getting pretty close to a year now, and I still really enjoy the process. I'm having a lot of fun doing it, but I need to figure out kind of what the strategy is moving forward and whether it's really worth it or not. And maybe even taking a step back farther than that is, why are we even doing this farm thing in the first place? I think if we kind of figure that out, I might be able to define what I'm trying to do with the YouTube channel a little bit clearer. Do I look like a software developer now? Alright, done with the software meeting. Now I'm excited because now I feel like I can start my little vacation. Kate just called me. She had to kill a chicken.
Look at me. So Marty's out of town and Biscuit got a hold of a chicken and mauled it right in front of the window of our house. So all of my children saw it happening. Dealing with some emotional kids after I had to proceed to chop off the head of the chicken because the poor thing was suffering.
So it sounds like things are really crazy back at the farm, and I feel bad because I get to not have to deal with that. I'm staying at this hotel here. It's called the Concord, something like that. You there? Yeah. So I ended up losing all that footage from that trip. It's been a couple months, and you know what? I think it's for the best. I was just rambling on and on about the farm and YouTube, and I didn't even know what I was saying or why I was saying it. Biscuit. And yeah, if you're wondering, that was before I had to tie a dead chicken to Biscuit. Mary Kay had to kill one of the chickens that Biscuit nearly killed in that video. Chickens. And if you haven't seen that video where I had to tie a dead chicken around Biscuit's neck to get her to stop eating our chickens, go check that out because it was probably one of the most insane things I've ever done. Can I show you guys what we did to this chicken barn here? The chickens are taking over the entire space. It used to be just this space over here that we had for the chickens, and we had a chicken coop over here. But as you can see, they have made this entire place their home. So we're embracing it. Now, this whole thing is a chicken barn. But I was grateful that I was able to have that opportunity to head out to Oklahoma. I really did enjoy the rest of the trip there. And getting away helped me to just kind of think through, you know, what it is that we're doing with YouTube and to like zoom out of that a little bit, like why are we like on a farm in the first place? What I walked away from that trip realizing is that, Kate and I, we never really dreamed about living on a farm, but we always really enjoyed adventure. And given where we were living, the farm was just sort of the adventure that found us. I mean, there's all these great things that come out of having a farm now that we're here. The kids enjoy it most of the time. It's fun to have the animals. It allows Kate and I to do things that we've always wanted to do. And it allows us to try to be a little bit more self-sustaining, but none of those things were really, primary motivators for us to be on a farm. Biscuit. The thing that I realized when I was out there was that Kate and I would have never actually pulled the trigger and moved to a farm if I never had cancer. Cancer was sort of the motivation that we needed to pull the trigger and move to the farm. And the reason that this was on my mind now more than before is that I've been doing YouTube for about a year now. And the primary reason for doing YouTube was to try to help the farm make sense, being that I'm spending a significant amount of my time on the farm rather than doing things that are making money, especially during these years that are supposed to be like some of the top income producing years for me. I was looking for ways to generate some revenue so that I could justify the time that I'm spending here on the farm. And the way to do that with YouTube is obviously to increase and grow your subscriber base and then eventually make money with ad revenue. So if the idea with YouTube is to hopefully generate revenue from it one day, I'm gonna need to figure out how to grow this channel beyond just our kind of local network of family and friends. And I think the obvious place to start is trying to figure out who our audience is and what we're trying to do, with this YouTube channel. And kind of long story short, where I came with that is I realized that there's probably a lot of other people that are out there, like Kate and I, that sort of were intrigued by this adventure, but never really had the guts to take the step and pull it off. They never had cancer. As weird as this sounds, we could be your cancer. If this channel could encourage others to take a risk and, follow their dreams, even whatever they are, it doesn't have to necessarily be a farm. That would be what I think this channel could be all about. And the genre that we kind of fallen into on the farm is kind of this homesteading genre where people, are trying to kind of live off the grid and be self-sustaining. And although that's never been something that Kate and I have, necessarily wanted to pursue, it is kind of the space that we find ourselves in, and we are certainly intrigued by the concept of homesteading. It's just, I think it would be a big leap to call ourselves homesteaders. For us here on the farm, I think the story is how we're able to make this farm work. I mean, for those that are considering jumping out and starting a homestead or living on the farm, like our adventures here, it's really just like how can we make this work? Because if we can't make the farm like financially work for us, no adventure makes sense if it's not financially feasible. And right now, this farm is costing us way more money than it is bringing us. So I think the channel is gonna be about, probably first and foremost entertaining, because it's really funny to watch us try to be farmers when we have no idea what it's like, how to be farmers. I think it's a story about us trying to make this farm work for us, trying to be a little bit more self-sustaining, trying to make this homesteading thing work. So that's kind of just what I kind of thought and talked through to myself when I was out there in Oklahoma. But I'm gonna keep plugging away at these videos. I'm so confident in the process, and I think good things will come of it if I just stay consistent and try to be a little bit more deliberate about, who our audience is and what we're trying to, do with the channel. Appreciate you guys watching today. Mama Charlotte's gonna be having her babies any day now, hopefully. So we'll be posting about an update on those baby piglets. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye guys.